Hi, Chris. Welcome to our kitchen.
I'm Kristen, and we are Keto in the Country.
This is whole food keto. So if you like that idea, be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you'll get a recipe every time we come out with one.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I am ready. We are making a roasted vegetable tart for you guys. Let's do this.
The first thing we're going to do is roast the eggplant because that's going to serve as the crust.
Yes. So that way, you're saving carbs that way. You're getting in extra vegetables. So we are going to lightly brush each side of the eggplant, cut lengthwise, and then season with salt and pepper.
Actually, we're going to drizzle, then brush.
My responsibility.
No, I didn't tell you what we were doing. She just got to the kitchen and jumped in and started throwing eggplant everywhere. Okay, here's what makes this dish keto. Look at all this olive oil.
Yes.
Hey, Weight Watchers, do this.
Right, and this is the kind of fat that we want, you guys. I mean, this is the good fat. This is what we're talking about when we talk about clean keto.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to pop this in the oven. We're going to broil it. Well, actually bake it at 450 until it gets just very
Pliable.
Until it gets very pliable.
Okay. You're right. You're going to have a long video. Look at how pliable it is. It's literally, the whole time you were doing that, I'm like...
So you don't have to do this step. We like our vegetables roasted. We
Yes.
like caramelized everything. As you see, we're going to caramelize the onions later, so we're going to set those aside.
Yes.
So we're just going to roast these vegetables real quick. You can use any vegetable that you want. We have squash, zucchini, tomato.
You could throw in some sun-dried tomatoes if you're an olive person.
Ooh, and basil.
Yes.
This is just a vegetable tart, so this could be one of those recipes where you can just clean out your refrigerator.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. I love roasted tomatoes.
Yes.
Which was a great idea with the sun-dried tomatoes that you just came up with.
It packs in a ton of vitamin C if you want to use the sun-dried tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, there's not as many carbs as I expected.
Okay, so we're going to pop this in the oven. And while we wait for these to bake, we're going to be caramelizing the onions.
Yes.
We just used about a third of an onion because they do have a little more carbs than most vegetables. If you've never cooked with cast iron, the skillet has to get hot first, and then you put the oil. Okay, so pop those in there.
Okay. And you want to spread them out so they don't overlap, so they all start to kind of caramelize evenly. And as always, we are going to salt them.
We're always fighting over the salt or the oil. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to wait till the vegetables are done and our onions are caramelized, and we'll be right back.
So while the rest of the vegetables are finished roasting, we are going to go ahead and do the crust with the eggplant. And you'll notice it's super pliable.
The first thing we're going to do is oil the pan just a little bit. So,
and this is going to be really beautiful. As we layer the vegetables, I mean, you can't even believe how easy this is.
It is definitely a showpiece. And not only that, it's healthy, and more importantly, it is delicious.
Yes.
It's so healthy because eggplant has potassium and magnesium.
Right.
It's high fiber. It has a little bit of vitamin B6, which is always good.
And it's low in carbs.
Low in carbs, high in antioxidants.
Right.
So if you're easing into the eggplant taste, this is the perfect recipe because you have all these other vegetables, you have some cheese. This is going to be delicious, you guys.
All of the flavors are going to really marry together so nicely, and Christy is going to season it with something special.
Yeah, you can season it with anything. You know, just use what's in your cabinet. We just happen to have lemon pepper. Is that focusing? Yeah, the lemon pepper seasoning. So we thought that would blend well with the vegetables that we're using today.
Exactly. And like Christy said earlier, this is a great time to clean out your refrigerator and throw in any of those vegetables that you just don't want to waste. And it keeps really well too. That's the other nice thing. The next day, it makes a perfect snack.
It's even better. It makes a great breakfast.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yep.
Sometimes it's hard to come up with breakfast ideas, so keep that in mind.
We grated a cup of Parmesan cheese. We're gonna layer this with Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cools off, it tends to harden a little bit, so it will help the crust stay intact.
It'll help like everything to bind together really, and I think once those other vegetables are layered on top, when you take a bite, you're not going to have everything falling off the fork.
Oh, and plus you can never have too much Parmesan cheese.
Never.
Ever. Okay, so we're just going to grab the vegetables out of the oven, and once again, we'll be right back.
Okay, so we are going to go ahead and layer our onions now, and the reason we're doing it now is because we don't want them to burn because we love them so much. So we're going to spread that out, and then we'll layer the other vegetables on top of it. An interesting thing about onions, especially these beautiful yellow onions, is that they contain 11 times the antioxidants that a white onion would have. It's wild.
I did not know
That's
that.
a lot. So while they do have significant carbs, I mean, when you're thinking about vegetables, they have fiber and they're super healthy for you. They have potassium, and nobody can doubt that they're delicious.
Oh, especially caramelized.
Yes. And then next, we'll do the zucchini.
Oh, look how gorgeous this is going to
I
be.
know. And it's so easy to assemble, you guys. This is something that can be thrown together.
Yeah, this is literally taken us no time. Zucchini has a lot of vitamin C. It has 58% of your daily need of vitamin C. 58%.
Next, we are going to do the squash. Now, squash is great because it is packed with magnesium, calcium, potassium, vitamin A, vitamin B.
We almost forgot the cheese. We have a nice mix of mozzarella
and Gruyere.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we used the Parmesan the first time to layer over the eggplant, and now we're doing the Gruyere and the mozzarella. They melt really nicely, which we love. And if you think that we love vegetables, we love cheese just as much, so that's why we panicked. Yes, now we'll put on the rest of the tomatoes, and tomatoes are fabulous as well. They are not that high in carb, you would think that they are, but it's about 3 carbs for, I think, a cup, which is nothing.
Another important aspect of putting the cheese in there is it tends to hold the vegetables together.
Right. And also, when we were reading about these vegetables, we saw that tomatoes have a ton of lycopene. So what's interesting about that is it's great for your prostate. So if you're a man, it's great. If you're not a man,
great for my prostate.
No, but tomatoes have lycopene, which is a great antioxidant.
We're going to top it with green onions. Back in the oven, it goes at about 400. We put it at 400.
400.
And we're going to bake it for about 20 minutes.
Yes.
And then we're going to come back and taste it. So once again, a great keto, very nutritious recipe from ketointhecountry.com. You can visit our website, ketointhecountry.com.
This is our favorite part of the video.
Always.
We get to taste test, and this is a true reaction because we have not snuck into it yet.
Well, we have not snuck into this one, and we use so many different vegetables when we make these. This is our first combination of these vegetables. We've knocked it out of the ballpark this time.
Yes. The combination of these cheeses is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was our quick and easy keto recipe for the day. We thank you guys so much for joining us today. Thank you to our subscribers, and we cannot wait to see you guys next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Was that unenthusiastic? I think sometimes if I try to do too calm, it's not that exciting. But I wonder if this would be... I'm going to light you on fire. I was like...
Please don't.
Oh my god.
Oh god, okay. Ready?